Welcome to Mr. College Football. I'm your host, JG3. Alongside me, co-host Holden.
What's up, guys? Exciting stuff last week. Got a big week coming up. Let's get right into things. If you guys like these videos, please like and subscribe. We are thankful for all you guys' support, so let's get into it. Week 4, top 25 predictions. Let's talk about week 3. We got a couple of upsets. 11, 12, and 13 all getting upset.
Yeah.
What's your biggest surprise out of these 3?
Probably Washington.
Unranked Washington upsetting Michigan State. You know, the Oregon upset
wasn't surprising to me because Oregon has so much talent and it was at Oregon.
And both Oregon and A&M were projected to win, right? I mean, before the game.
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah, I mean, those were big upsets. Oregon came back. They went up 10 spots after that. So they kind of showed the nation that they were actually a solid team after getting killed by Georgia. Big upset by Washington, beating Michigan State. Michigan State's out of the top 25 after that. You know, embarrassing game plan. They're done. Miami's still sitting in the top 25, but A&M, big. I mean, I don't know if it was a big upset, but
no, yeah, it was a good game though. I thought Texas A&M was going to win that.
I thought we should get into. Everyone's talking about Kansas.
Well, if you're going to talk about Kansas, you got to talk about Duke,
I mean,
Kentucky,
Kansas is the team everyone's
North Carolina.
surprised by. Kansas has been like historically bad these last 2 seasons, and then we got
all 4 of the blue blood schools are all 3-0.
And they haven't been 3-0 since 2009. So I thought that was interesting. Let's get right into biggest jumps. You got Penn State going to 14, a big win last week. BYU dropping, still at 19, surprisingly, after getting killed by Oregon last week. Oregon jumping 10 spots to 15. Washington underrated to 18. I like that. Miami 13, just edging out the top 25. Any surprises here for you?
No. All makes sense to me.
I think it does to me as well. Maybe BYU could have dropped a little more.
No, I don't think so. I think Oregon was I think they just got thrown under the table too early after that Georgia loss. But I think they're really good to school.
I think Oregon is a really solid team. So let's get into our first game of the week. Number 1. You got Georgia versus Kent State.
I got Georgia. I'm not going to talk about that one.
I got Georgia probably by 40 or 50. You know, no potential upset here. I don't think so. Let's just get moving on. To Alabama versus Vanderbilt.
You know, I got Alabama obviously, but Vanderbilt's offense is really good this year, so it's kind of be interesting to see how they do against the talented Alabama team.
Texas tested this Alabama team. Don't see why Vanderbilt can't test them. I'll still take Alabama here, but this might be another test, you know. This Alabama team is struggling, so we will see how that game goes. It might be a decent one. So let's go to our next one. 3 Ohio State versus Wisconsin.
I think it'll be a really close game.
Really?
I do. But I got Ohio State, obviously.
I don't think it'll be that close. And I think with potential Bama game being close, I think this will be a blowout, and it might be enough to get Ohio State to the number 2 spot. Because I think they're deserving of it, so I have Ohio State there. I think we both got Ohio State. Let's go to the next one. Number 4, Michigan versus Maryland. Is this the game of the week?
No, I don't think so.
I think it's a big game, though.
Yeah, well, they're both going in there 3-0, but I don't see why Michigan would lose that game.
Yeah, I think Michigan's pretty strong this year. I think they're a pretty nice squad. I think they're gonna make the college football playoffs too. They got a nice QB, so I have Michigan there too. I don't think it'll be a very close game. Number 5, Clemson at number 21, Wake Forest. Potential upset here.
Yeah, definitely potential upset, but Dabo Swinney, I think, is too good of a coach to lose that game. Once again, I got the better team in Clemson.
I wish I could say Wake Forest has a chance here.
They do. You gotta say they got a chance.
They do, but I mean, I don't know.
I mean, they're at
Clemson
home too.
Is kind of
Wake
struggling.
Forest is at home too.
I know, so I mean, if Clemson's offense struggling, things could happen. So I'm not gonna go crazy and pick Wake Forest, but I think this will be a good game too. So look to tune into this one this week, guys. Let's get into our next one. Number 6, Oklahoma versus Kansas State.
This one, Oklahoma, I feel like could have a chance to slip up. They just had a huge game last week against Nebraska, and it was at Nebraska and all that.
Well, after that,
it was really hyped, and so now Oklahoma is probably thinking they're get all their momentum going, and that's when you can slip up and lose to a team like Kansas State. But I got Oklahoma.
I got Oklahoma by 20 or 30. I don't think this will be a close game at all. I think the Nebraska game just made them stronger. Even though people thought Nebraska had a chance, Nebraska had no chance of that. So Let's talk about number 7 USC at Oregon State.
I don't know. I listened to this college football podcast and they're talking about this game actually, and USC. This could be a very big slip up game for them.
Really?
At Oregon State, I believe is undefeated to start the season as well. They've been playing good ball, and I think this is gonna be a close late night game that we're gonna want to stay up to watch. But I got USC.
I think there's gonna be better late night games. This one's not the one to tune into. USC is not gonna be close. Dominate. USC is gonna dominate Oregon State. That's my thoughts, but we will see. Could be a close game.
Think every team's gonna dominate no matter what?
No. I said there were gonna be 2 close games. I think Clemson and Alabama are gonna have a test this week. Even though Alabama's playing like I don't know. Number 8 Kentucky versus Northern Illinois.
I got Kentucky.
Who's Northern Illinois?
We can move on.
When you don't hear about the team, that's when you know.
Northern Illinois played Michigan like last year.
Northern Illinois has probably no chance. Kentucky's pretty strong this year, so. No game for Oklahoma State this week. They're number 9. So let's get right into number 10 Arkansas versus number 23 Texas A&M. Big game. This is probably the game everyone wants to tune into.
This is going to be a huge game. First game opening conference play for these two schools, and I got Arkansas. Might just because my heart is into that pick, because they do play BYU later this year, and if you've been following our show, you know we're BYU fans out here.
Yeah.
But so I'd like to see Arkansas win. So I think I'm gonna choose them to win, but it's gonna be super close.
I agree with you. To be really close. I'm actually gonna take Texas A&M here. I mean they upset Miami last week like it was nothing. Moved up 1 spot from 24 to 23. So they're wondering why are we still like this game. Texas A&M should probably be top 15. I mean
they lost to Appalachian State.
They did. So that's the thing. But I think Texas A&M is clearly the better team here. It's kind of an Oregon BYU situation here. So I'm going to take Texas A&M. I think it'll be a decently close game, but I think Texas A&M will take it out. So let's go number 11 Tennessee versus number 20 Florida. Another big game. We got some big games.
This is the game of the week right here.
Okay, and that makes sense. You got two teams. Yeah, a lot of people have Tennessee like they're really.
Yeah, I am high on Tennessee this year. Their offense is insane. If you're watching them, I got Tennessee.
I am too, so I'm going to take Tennessee here. I think it'll be a good game, though. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I actually got Tennessee by 2 scores at least.
Okay, so you don't think it'll be that close?
Yeah, Tennessee by 14.
I don't know. Florida looked really good week 1. Since then,
they barely beat South Florida. If you saw that last week, so
that's why I'm taking Tennessee here. Maybe if Florida showed a little more, but yeah, I think it'll be a good game though. 12 NC State versus UConn. I've been counting these guys out every week, and they still keep winning.
Yeah, I got NC State.
UConn
sucks.
Yeah, UConn lost to Utah State, and Utah State lost to Weber State. So
yeah.
In that case, NC State. I don't think they'll move unless the team gets upset. We'll see. But even if let's say A&M upsets, I still think A&M will pass these guys, just because they don't have a game. They don't have a big game this weekend. They haven't been doing too much. They're kind of moving up slowly. Let's get to our next one. Number 13 at Utah, Arizona State.
Arizona State just fired their head coach after last game, losing to Eastern Michigan. And I don't know. Maybe they'll do good with their interim head coach, but I got Utah.
Within 3 scores?
Yeah, within 3 maybe.
No.
Maybe like 20. Win by 20.
I got Utah 3. It'll be 30 or 40 at least. And they might. Arizona State might not score.
30 or 40?
Arizona State's a mess this year.
Okay, we'll record that.
Arizona State's a mess this year.
30 and 40. Okay, we'll see it.
No, 30 or 40.
Yeah, 30 or 40.
Differential.
Yeah.
Oh, you think that's great? Okay. I don't. I think Utah's pretty well. They're doing pretty well right now. So, number 4, Penn State versus Central Michigan.
Penn State.
Yeah. Sorry, Central Michigan. I'm going to count you guys out. I don't think you guys got a chance to upset. So, Penn State here usually. They might move up a little bit next week. Number 15, Oregon at Washington State.
Oregon, Washington State.
These two, Bo Nix, and this is Hamilton, right?
I'm not sure, I'll be honest. I'm not sure.
I think it's Hamilton, but they looked pretty nice last week against BYU. That was a hard game to watch as BYU fans, but Oregon's they look pretty nice, and I think they're actually going to come to top 10 in a couple weeks here. I don't think they'll jump that high after this, but I think it's Oregon there usually. 16 Ole Miss versus Tulsa.
I got Ole Miss.
Yeah, Ole Miss.
They could have a chance to slip up. I don't think they will.
Yeah, I think so too, but I don't think it'll be that close. I think Ole Miss has got it in the bag. Let's go to our next one. Number 17, Baylor, Iowa State.
Baylor. I think
Baylor's at number 17 2 weeks in a row. They didn't move up at all from
Yeah.
last week. They didn't play a big team last week though, but
No. I see Baylor winning this, but since it's at Iowa State too,
You never know.
First game of conference play, I think it's going to come down to the wire.
yeah, I actually agree with you. I think it's gonna be pretty close, but I think Baylor will pull out after that loss against PUE. They kind of killed them. They've kind of stayed at 17 2 weeks in a row now, so they're probably. I don't think they can move up much from this though. So, but I think they'll take it out at the end of it. So let's go to our next one. Number 18, Washington, now ranked 3-0 versus Stanford.
Washington by like 40. Stanford sucks.
Yeah, Washington looked great last week against Michigan State, and maybe that was Michigan State being a little overhyped.
Yeah, definitely.
Number 11 now that they decided no, Michigan State's not even ranked, so I'll take Washington here as well. I think Washington's they're gonna compete, but I don't think they'll. I'm not gonna say college football playoffs at all, but they're gonna compete this season, I think. So let's go number 19, BYU. Tough loss last week versus Wyoming.
I think they're going to come out mad about their loss.
100%.
And I think they're just going to destroy Wyoming.
100%. And their loss, it was mostly the defense. Oregon ran, I think, 200 plus on them. I think it was closer on there. So BYU's rush defense really got to step up here. It's against Wyoming, though. It shouldn't be that much of a test, but their offense still like decent. Jaron Hall still had a good game, so I think BYU will come back here, 3-score plus differential.
Yeah.
They're still hungry to stay in the top 25, and they're not going to get kicked out as long as they don't get upset. So number 22, Texas at Texas Tech. I like this. This is going to be
Good game, in my opinion.
I think so too. On ESPN, Texas Tech kind of been. I was kind of saying there.
They barely lost. Not barely. They lost by NC State by like 14 maybe.
And I did pick
think-
Texas Tech to upset.
Yeah,
last
I
week.
think they're going to bounce back, and it's going to be a close game. And Texas barely beat USTA. And it was like a super close game in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And then eventually they were able to pull away.
Do you know when Texas quarterback is healthy again? He's not back yet, is he?
No, he's not back yet. I don't think. I'm not sure when he is, but I got Texas in a close one.
I'm actually gonna pick Texas Tech here as an upset. They did lose last week to NC State when they had a chance to upset again. They've had all these chances. They keep playing ranked teams, and they're not ranked. They didn't lose last week. They won last week. They would be ranked right now, I think. But I'm gonna take Texas Tech here. They're going at Texas Tech, 2 Texas teams. That'll be a good game, though. I think it'll be close. Number 24, Pitt versus Rhode Island.
I got Pitt.
Yeah, Pitt. I think Pitt's gonna sit kind of here in 20 to 25 the whole year, and I think it's just gonna be games like this. They have a couple big ones coming, but yeah. Number 25, Miami versus Middle Tennessee. What do you? Any chance of an upset here?
No, I got Miami. I did hear though that Miami actually their quarterback. He doesn't like playing home games because Miami plays at Hard Rock Stadium, which is the stadium the Dolphins use. So it's not on campus. Apparently, there's no college atmosphere at the games. And students don't like to travel to it.
I've heard just the Miami atmosphere itself.
Yeah,
isn't good for
college,
NFL.
yeah.
Well, even pro league teams, they say Miami's not the place to be.
Yeah.
I'll take Miami here, but if it's not a big blowout, they might drop out of the top 25. We have seen that. So if you're not doing, especially with a game like this, if you're not winning 30 or 40 plus, you're gone. So I got Miami here as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got some. We got some exciting games this week. A lot of ranked games. It's going to be ranked to ranked. It's going to be really good. So, thank you for watching, guys, and thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't already,
like and comment your picks.
Yeah, we want to hear you guys. So, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think.